Hey guys, how's it going? It's Christian Yemen, author of Breaking the Iris Press, CPA, and also a CFO of many businesses. We help people buy and sell their companies. Whether you're buying or whether you're selling, we help people with their acquisition and deals. And today I'm talking about how CPAs can help you buy or sell your company. This is a beginner guide just to introduce you to how business owners can start working with CPAs to help you structure your deal so you can either acquire a company or sell your company for the most. So why do you even need a CPA? One of the most things is, I'm gonna be straight with what you hear. They help you sell your company for more than what you think you can. They maximize your transaction value. Most businesses don't even know the true value of their company. So what a CPA does is they do business evaluations to help you know the worth of your company so you know your selling price. If you try to go at this alone, sometimes you're selling over or maybe your deal's too high where no one wants to buy. So your CPA is helping you maximize your transaction value. Another thing that your CPA is doing, they're protecting your interest. They're basically that right-hand man in your corner if you're in a boxing ring saying, hey, do that, do this. Hey, this is how we need to do it to help structure your deal, whether you're buying or selling. And then also they bring that financial expertise that you can trust. Most business owners don't really know about how to interpret their data or know about the accounting rules out there. Your CPA does. So they're helping you basically structure your deal up where it's readable for all companies, whether you're selling or buying, right? So those are just things that your CPA is helping you with. I would say the most important one is maximizing your transaction value. They help you know the worth of your business. So they do a service called business valuation where they're evaluating your business so they know the worth, right? So this is a good thing, especially when you're selling, because you want to sell for more. So guys, when do you need to bring in your CPA? It's when you're thinking about selling. There's a lot of upfront work that goes in before you put your company onto the market. It's in that planning phase. And this is for my companies that are selling, right? This is what I'm speaking about. One of the first things that they do, they help you with your business valuation. Once you know the worth of your company, you know how much you can put it out there on the market for. Another thing that they're doing, they're basically doing a financial health check. If you're a seller, you make sure your books are clean and ready for the buyer to basically buy. So they're cleaning it up, or maybe you're not ready to sell. So they're doing a little bit CFO work to help you boost your valuation up so you can get to a number that you like. So it's a lot of planning that goes on before we even get to market. So when you're thinking about selling, that's when you need to bring your CPA in. Another thing too as well, they help with the post-transaction and the tax planning strategies. When you sell a company, hopefully it's for a profit, there's gonna be some tax consequences with that. Your CPA is helping on the tax planning side to make sure that you reduce your tax liability when you do sell, just so you're not paying everything to Uncle Sam. Another thing that your CPA will be doing when you're buying or selling your company, they're doing that due diligence. This is a valuable part of when you're buying or selling, because if you're buying, you want your CPA doing their due diligence to spark for red flags, to see if their pricing list is updated, right? To see if their revenue is not just from one client. So your CPA is doing that due diligence to spot any red flags that may come about, right? Any accounting issues, either maybe they're running out of business or something like that, right? They're doing their due diligence. So one of the things that your CPA is doing, they're investigating into the financial records just to make sure everything is nice and tight for you to basically sell your business or buy the company without any issues arising once that transaction is complete, right? So think of it as like an insurance policy in a way. They're helping you prevent just from any damages that may happen once that deal is done. And some of the documents that they should be reviewing are your balance sheets, tax returns, profit and loss, your client listing, your pricing sheet too as well. I'm looking at all of that to make sure that everything's just in line. There's no issues. I'm also looking at the accounts receivable to see if they have anything on their books that's not collectible. There's a lot of things I'm looking at just to kind of spot those red flags during my review. So guys, remember when I was talking about the tax consequences when you're buying or selling a company? The asset sale or stock sale, I'll probably make another video going into detail about this, but this deals with tax consequences that may arise. So your CPA is helping you structure certain approach that you want to go to reduce your tax liability. That's one of the major things that your CPA is doing there. So this will be another video. I want to dig into this a little bit deeper, but just know that there's something called an asset sale and a stock sale. I won't bore you with the details on this video because this is just for beginners, but you need to structure up your selling in the correct way where, you're not paying too much tax. So let's talk about some of your CPA roles in the negotiation. And my favorite one, I always like to say this, they take the emotions out of business. Business can get very emotional. Like, oh, this is my baby. I've been growing this for so long. It's worth more than the The CPA basically takes emotions out of it and gets down to the real numbers. But some of your roles that your CPAs plays in the negotiation factor is just providing detailed financial analysis support for your position. So they want to see the financials. Your CPA helps provide those financials. They prepare those evaluation reports that you know the value of your company. And then they help review any counter offers or just any offers that may be out there to see if it's a good deal. And they help protect the bottom line too as well, especially if you're buying and acquiring companies. They're going to help you protect your bottom line. Let you know, hey, this is too much, this is not too much. Hey, you can do this, hey, you cannot do this. If you do this, this is the consequences. That's what your CPA is helping you with. They're your right-hand man. Now closing the deal. Once the deal is done, everyone's happy, but there's still some final paperwork that needs to file. There's some tax consequences and obligations that need to happen that your CPA is going to need to file on those tax returns. And it's just a transition planning period. Maybe if you just sold, maybe you're looking for a retirement plan. Or maybe you're looking to acquire another company or get into another industry. You need to basically create a budget for that so we can transition your company to that model. So, just know once the deal is closed, your CPA is still by your side to make sure everything's cleaned up, just so we can conduct business in a better light when it comes to you moving on to your next chapter. So one of my key takeaways for this video is to start early. Don't wait until you have an offer. Get your CPA involved early. Most CPAs don't offer some of these services as far as QOE reports, business evaluations. You need to get a specialized CPA that deals with M&A, and then you need to budget appropriately. Some of the CPAs charge hourly. Here at this firm, we charge by project fee, and you can always call our office to get some of that information. But get involved early with your CPA. They need to be your best friends in this deal to help you basically sell or buy appropriately. So if you're ready to buy or sell, let's talk. We mainly work with a lot of companies that are either building up to basically sell your company, or maybe either in a growth phase where they're acquiring companies. Either or, we help basically structure your deal so we can make sure that you're winning in this situation, that you're getting the deal that you want here. Thank you.